the dog who waited outside the hospital every. Rain hammered against the city of Brookhaven that night like the sky itself was crying. The streets were nearly empty. Cars rushed past glowing streetlights, splashing through puddles that reflected the blurred neon of the hospital sign, St. Mary's Hospital. Outside its automatic glass doors sat a small brown dog. Soaked. Shivering. Still. He didn't move when people passed him. He didn't bark. He didn't beg. He just sat there, staring at the doors. As if someone he loved would walk out at any second. The hospital staff had already noticed him days ago. At first, they thought he was just a stray. But strays don't wait in the same place every day. Strays don't refuse food unless it is placed near that exact entrance. Strays don't look at every person leaving like their entire world depends on it. But this dog did. And every evening, when the hospital lights dimmed and visitors left, he stayed behind. Waiting. The first week. On the second day, a young nurse named Clara noticed him while leaving her shift. She stopped under the hospital awning, watching the small dog curled near a bench. His ribs were slightly visible. His fur was dirty and tangled. Yet his eyes were different. Not wild. Not lost. Just waiting. Clara slowly walked toward him. "Hey, little guy," she said softly. The dog didn't run. Instead, his tail moved weakly once. She crouched and placed a piece of her sandwich in front of him. He sniffed it but didn't eat immediately. Instead, he looked toward the hospital doors. Then back at Clara. As if asking a question she couldn't hear. "Who are you waiting for?" she whispered. The dog didn't answer. But he didn't need to. The name on the tag. The next morning, Clara returned with fresh water and a blanket. The dog was still there. Same spot. Same direction. Same silent hope. That's when she noticed the old blue collar around his neck. Rusty. Worn out. Barely readable. She gently moved closer and read the metal tag. One word. Charlie. Clara smiled softly. "Well, Charlie, someone must be missing you." At that exact moment, Charlie stood up slightly. His ears lifted. His eyes turned sharply toward the hospital doors. A stretcher was being pushed inside. For a second, just a second, Charlie ran forward. But it wasn't the person he expected. He stopped, sat back down, and waited again. Clara felt something strange in her chest. This wasn't random behavior. This was memory. Days turned into weeks. Soon, Charlie became part of the hospital scenery. Security guards stopped trying to chase him away. Doctors left scraps of food. Visitors began recognizing him. "Is that the waiting dog?" they would ask. "Yes," the staff would reply. But no one knew his story. Only one thing was certain. Charlie never left. Even in storms. Even in freezing nights. Even when snow covered the pavement and his fur turned stiff with cold. He stayed. Always watching the entrance. Always waiting for someone who never came. The security guard's memory. One evening, an old security guard named Walter approached Clara. He looked at Charlie with a strange expression. "I think I remember him," Walter said quietly. Clara turned. "You do?" Walter nodded slowly. "About 7 months ago, there was an accident. A car crash. Bad one." Charlie immediately lifted his head. Walter continued. "An injured man was brought in. Barely alive. And this dog was with him." Clara froze. "He refused to leave the man's side," Walter said. "He even chased the ambulance until we got here." Charlie stood up slightly as if remembering. "But dogs aren't allowed inside ICU," Walter added softly. Clara's heart sank. "So he was left outside," she whispered. Walter nodded. "And the man never came back out." Silence. Only rain tapping against the glass doors. Charlie slowly sat down again. But his eyes never left the entrance. The truth no one wanted. Clara couldn't sleep that night. She checked hospital records. Found the file. Male patient. Age 34. Severe trauma. Unidentified at first. Next line made her stomach twist. Deceased after 3 days in ICU. She stared at the screen for a long time. Then whispered, "Oh Charlie." The next morning, she brought him extra food. He didn't eat much. Just stared. Waiting. Still waiting. As if death was just a delay. Not an ending. The internet discovers Charlie. Someone posted a photo online. A lonely dog sitting outside a hospital in the rain. Caption. "He waits every day for someone who will never return." It went viral. Millions of likes. Thousands of comments. People cried watching his story. Some came to visit him. Some tried to adopt him. But Charlie never left. He would follow people for a few steps, then turn back to the hospital doors. Always back. Always waiting. The photograph. A few months later, a nurse found something in old belongings of the deceased patient. A photo. a man smiling. And beside him, Charlie. Clara showed it to Charlie. The moment he saw it, his ears lifted instantly. His tail wagged slowly. Hope returned to his eyes. For the first time in weeks. He gently touched the photo with his nose. Clara cried quietly. He still remembers him. Chapter 8, The Final Night. Winter arrived harshly that year. Temperatures dropped below freezing. Charlie grew weaker. But he still came every day. One night, Clara stayed late. She brought him a warm blanket. Charlie lay down near the entrance. Breathing slowly. Very slowly. Clara knelt beside him. "Charlie, you can rest now," she whispered. But Charlie's eyes stayed on the doors. Waiting. Still waiting. Then suddenly, his tail moved. Just once. His ears lifted slightly. As if he saw something no one else could. Clara looked around. Nothing. But Charlie's expression changed. Peaceful. Soft. Like he was finally ready. And then, he stopped breathing. Chapter 9, The Twist Ending. The next morning, the hospital was unusually quiet. Charlie's body lay gently covered with a blanket. Flowers started appearing. Candles. Notes. People came to mourn him. But Clara noticed something strange. A new patient had arrived that morning. Unconscious. Severe accident. Same type of injury. Doctors rushed him into ICU. Hours passed. Then, a weak voice. He kept barking, outside. Clara froze. The patient continued. "I was in a coma, but I could hear him, every day." Tears filled Clara's eyes. The man whispered again. "That dog, he never left me." Silence filled the room. Clara slowly looked toward the hospital entrance, where Charlie used to sit, and suddenly realized something devastating. Charlie hadn't just been waiting. He had been keeping him alive in the only way he knew how. By staying. By hoping. By refusing to give up. Final scene. That evening, the hospital placed a small memorial near the entrance. A photo of Charlie. A collar. And a sign that read, "Some souls don't leave, even when the world does." Patients, nurses, and visitors still stop there. Some smile. Some cry. But everyone feels the same thing. Love doesn't always end. Sometimes, it just waits.
Your support gives us strength to create more stories. Please like and subscribe.